Okay, so we're going to break down this incredible story of ambition, friendship, and just a shocking betrayal. But really, at its heart, this is a story about how the invisible data we create every single day, how it can become the most powerful and the most undeniable form of truth. And this was a headline that just blew the whole story wide open. But behind this crazy accusation is a shattered friendship. It perfectly sets up the mystery, right? You've got one student's dream, another student's deception, and a super prestigious university caught right in the middle. And here's the real kicker. The thief, Ryan, he thought he was being so clever. He deleted the original project from his friend's computer, thinking, hey, no files, no proof. Or so he thought. We're about to follow the digital trail he was so sure had gone cold. To really understand the proof, we first have to understand the crime. And this wasn't just some random act. This was a deep personal betrayal between two people who literally called each other brother. So, on one side, you have Elijah Brooks. He's a high school senior who poured months of his life into an original AI project. I mean, this was his ticket to a scholarship at Stanford. And on the other side, his best friend, Ryan Mitchell. Instead of supporting him, Ryan straight up stole the project, slapped his own name on it, and presented it as his. Just a complete and total betrayal of trust. I mean, just picture the scene. It's a packed auditorium. The big winner is announced. Ryan Mitchell. And then, up on the big screen is Elijah's project. His code, his slides, his work. Can you imagine? Elijah could only stand there, just completely in shock, while this whole crowd applauds the person who just stole his future right out from under him. Later, after the presentation, Elijah and Ryan locked eyes from across the room. And Ryan's expression said everything. It was a silent challenge. Prove it. He knew he deleted the files from Elijah's laptop, which had been left at his house. So without those project files, it was just Elijah's word against his. That was the challenge. But instead of getting angry, Elijah got smart. He knew, deep down, this fight wasn't going to be won with accusations or arguments. Nope. It was going to be won with data. And this is where the digital detective story really begins. Which brings us to this key concept, metadata. You see, every single time you create a document or write a line of code, your device is creating this hidden record of data about data. The best way to think about it is like a file's birth certificate and its entire biography, all rolled into one. It tracks who made it, when they made it, and every little change along the way. So yeah, Ryan could delete the files, but what he couldn't do was erase their history, because that was stored somewhere else entirely. So how did Elijah actually get this history back? Well, he turned to his cloud backups. Now, he wasn't looking for the complete final project. That was long gone. Instead, he started digging for its ancestors. Early drafts, raw fragments of code, anything he could find. And here's the crucial part. Each of these little fragments contained metadata with undeniable timestamps proving they were created months before Ryan ever claimed the project was his. Okay, so now Elijah has the digital proof locked down. But he didn't reveal it right away. Oh no. He spent the next 6 months not planning revenge, but building something even better. He was just waiting, preparing for the perfect moment to correct the record. This timeline just shows you his whole journey. Right from the moment of the theft, he starts recovering evidence. But he doesn't stop there. He channels all that energy into creating a way more advanced AI, this time for healthcare. And that talent? It got him noticed. It led to a keynote invitation at a huge national tech conference. The stage was officially set. So there he is, at this conference in San Francisco, with all these industry leaders watching. Elijah first just wows the audience with his incredible new project. And then, right at the very end of his presentation, he calmly pivots and starts talking about its origin, version 1.0. And then he just laid out the cold, hard, irrefutable proof on the main screen for everyone to see. He showed the time-stamped code commits from his personal cloud backups. He showed system logs detailing the file creation history. And he showed the back-end metadata from his earliest drafts. The digital fingerprints were they were undeniable. They dated back months. You could hear an audible gasp in the room. And as you can imagine, that presentation sent absolute shockwaves through the tech community. The story was out, and the consequences, well, they were swift and they were decisive. The outcome was pretty clear-cut. For Ryan, the lie completely unraveled. Stanford revoked his scholarship and he was forced to issue a public apology. But for Elijah, the truth just opened up brand new doors. He got a full scholarship offer from MIT, and his new AI project, it got selected for a pilot program in the medical field. When Brian finally confronted him, asking why he was doing all this, Elijah's response was just so powerful. This was never about revenge for him. It was about the truth. It was about taking back the credit that he had rightfully earned. So, what's the real takeaway here? It's pretty simple. While an idea or a project can be stolen, the digital trail it leaves behind is incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to completely erase. The truth was always there, just waiting in the metadata. And that really leaves us with one final thought. This story was about a stolen AI project, but this principle, it applies to every single email we send, every document we save, every photo we take. We are all constantly creating this permanent, invisible record of our actions. The real question is, what story does your digital trail tell?
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel.